Yes, you're welcome back from the break. My name is Victoria Beko Danso, and this is the Helpline show on Homebase TV. Now, for our moment of inspiration, just a very short word of advice. This year, 2020, I've said it somewhere and I'm going to repeat it again. Don't allow people to buy pressure for you. I beg. Okay, this year 2020, live within your means. Don't look at how others are big balling and enjoying riding flashy cars, and then you also decide to mimic that same lifestyle and you engage in acts that does not glorify God. Don't do it. Live within your means, even if it's one city, one wire wejuma and saka. Honest and hard work will definitely pay off someday for you. Okay, so don't allow anyone to pressure you. It will be, yeah? All right, so that brings us to the end of the moment of inspiration. We are going on a short break. When we come back, ye bedim komo. And today's topic, another explosive one. Stay right here. Yes, this is still the Helpline show on Homebase TV. And let me say a very big thank you to Nina Idi for my wonderful makeup. Chris Kurt or Kurt Chris Collections for my beautiful dress. And as always, She by Cleana provided my hair. Today, if in Penny Force there's something called coincidence, my guests in the studio all have the same surnames. Whether they were related in the past or not, no one knows. And so they will explain themselves. But today's topic is another big issue that has always started conversation among social circles. Would you date someone who has a child? And there is this derogatory word we've been using to describe women. Born one, born two, born three. As if when you give birth to a child, you are not counted among humans. Today, we are going to ask, would you date someone with a child? If yes, why? If no, why? What are the repercussions? If you are dating someone with a child, what are the things you need to know so that that relationship can work and work very well? I'm in the studio. They say ladies first, and so I'm going to start with my beautiful... The last time she was here, oh my God, you all know what happened. She was just awesome. Grace Erabna Arthur. Now I am Grace, you're welcome to Helpline once again.
Thank you.
Grace is an entrepreneur. She's a beautician. And I'm going to move to the gentleman on my immediate left. He is called Isaac Arthur. As to why I would invite people with the same surname beats me. But Isaac wants to be known as Mushroom. And so today, Isaac is going to explain why he's called Mushroom. He will explain it to the viewers of Helpline. Isaac, you are welcome.
Oh, thank you.
It's good to have you here.
Sure, happy to have you.
Right, so Isaac is a horticulturist. And when someone heard this word, please, maybe I'm just a messenger. It's here from Fanchemi, but Helpline is also an adult show. Or say, horticulturist. You didn't hear that from me. I beg. So Isaac is a horticulturist and he's also in the studio to come and add his thoughts to what he thinks about dating someone with a child. Lady and gentlemen,
Yes, baby.
you're welcome.
Oh, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Mama Dimple,
Yes, darling.
dating someone with a child. I know, sir, you have a lot to say when it comes to this topic. You have a lot.
Yeah. Dating someone with a child. Because this particular topic,
Yeah.
when you called and you mentioned it, I said I'm a baby. I am baby because I'm a victim.
When you say you are a victim,
Yeah,
victim
I didn't tell you about that. I'm a victim because I had a child before I married my husband.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's that aspect of my life or that topic. I don't know how to put it, but it's like
it's personal to you.
It's very personal and very emotional. When I want to talk about it, or I want to dwell on it.
That's why Helpline is here.
Yeah.
So let's hear it.
Well, dating someone with a child is not wrong, from my perception. Not because I am a victim or I was a victim. It's not wrong. It's not wrong in the sense that in the first place, who made her a mother? It's a man.
It's a man.
Who placed her in that position? It's a man. So if you put me in that category as born one, if you push me in that corner as a mother, and because you think the child doesn't work with you because I can make money, say, uni, any a banana, and as a
a female hen
moves
always
with
moves with the chicks.
Yes, and the
not
cocks
the
don't
cock.
go that way. You think you are free.
Okay.
No. Who placed me there? It was you. So I will not allow anyone to put that stigma on me that is a born one, or having a child before marriage or dating is wrong. No. It is not wrong at all.
Okay.
Because you don't know what took the person to be in that position.
Right. Yes. I will let you share a little bit of your experience, how it was, how your husband took it when he met you and you already had a child. Were there any challenges you went through? We'll come to that. But Mr. Mushroom,
Empress,
where's the mushroom?
Oh, we'll talk about that.
We have to prepare bunu with a
Sharp.
green soup. Would you date someone with a child?
It's 50-50.
Explain. Why is it 50-50?
Okay, my reason for saying that is, first of all, I'll look at the age of the baby. Then I'll also look at the level of the lady, where she is coming from, where she has been to, the training that she has had, whatever. Then third, I'll also consider the link between the lady and then the baby's father. Then I can justify or jump into such relationship. So if it couldn't work like that way, then I have to stay back. How is it not gonna work? If it's not gonna work based on the vibe between my girlfriend at that moment and then the baby's dad. And if it will work, then means the baby's father is no more existing.
So will you pick a lady with a child or not?
Of course, it's a big yes.
You are not going to mind the fact that she already has a child and hopefully in the future you're going to get married, but as everyone wants to start their own family with their own children, you already have one child on the scene. It isn't going to affect you.
Never. I believe this proverb in Akansi is we should be the and I would. I still have that in mind, and it is part of my living as a young guy.
Okay.
So I would never say that because the boy or that girl is not mine, I'm not going to treat him or her like my own. If it will become a problem, the problem has to be between the baby mama and then the so-called ex.
Okay.
But between me and the lady and the child, we got no problem to talk
Okay,
about.
when you were talking, you said it will depend on the age of the child.
Yes.
Why should the age of the child come into play?
Okay, the age of the child come to play because if the child is beyond or less 7, less than 7 years, it means before the baby can go to the father, our constitution says that
She has to be with the mother.
The baby has to be with the mother. Then if the man, the baby's father, will not come and distract the love that I am having with my
What
baby.
are some of the things you think he will come and do and it will bring distraction between you and the lady?
And the lady. That is one. Paying of fees. That is one.
He has to pay the fees of
yes,
the child.
because the moment you are, it's your duty. You allowed that pregnancy to come to pass, to become a reality. It has turned to be a human, and you need to take care of. So since I have no child with you, I can choose to pay the tuition or whatever, but it has to be the duty of the man because I have to grow myself and grow the woman as well.
Dimple, what are your thoughts on what he's saying? Yes, our elders say what the old woman can see, while sitting down.
Yeah.
The young, even when you are
Climbing
standing
the
on Mount
highest
Everest,
peak
you
you
can't
see.
see. So you have practically lived this
Yeah.
particular topic. Tell us about it.
Isaac says that.
Small boys are young, eh?
Oh yes. The only thing that will be hindrance is the school fees.
Oh, I don't mean the school.
No.
Only the school fees.
Not
You don't
only
mean
the school
only,
fees.
but
I
what?
don't mean only the school fees.
But
You
what?
know, some men are very stubborn.
Mm.
When they see their exes growing up in life, that is when they try to
Come
find
back
ways
again.
and means to come back or to distract, to frustrate the lady in that current relationship.
Okay.
So it doesn't only based on the school fees aspect.
Mm.
You understand? So before I will fully fall in love with you, I should make sure that wherever these horses are or where the problems will be coming from, I should be able to block them.
But Mushroom, let me ask you. You are dating the lady with a child. You don't really know the character of the ex per se. So how do you get to know the real character of the ex to determine whether he's going to be a problem for your relationship in the future or not?
The truth is that most women really likes talking about their exes or their past.
Why do you think we like talking about our exes?
Oh, because the moment you start treating her better than the ex,
Okay.
then she start to voice out.
Oh, all right.
She
Hey,
will be
who
doing-
experienced
I
how?
swear.
But I'm funny.
So if I may be treating her, maybe she was dating Uncle Sam and I am Uncle Marshall. And maybe Uncle Sam was not taking her to the beach, to the tourist sites,
Yeah.
maybe to maybe programs or maybe outing and stuff. The moment I start doing this,
She'll start doing the comparison.
and if you want to have a peaceful relationship,
Yeah.
never ever grow your woman based on her ex experience or her past experience.
Why?
You should be yourself, play your own role in a matured way. You should be real.
Mushroom, is there anything wrong with you meeting me? My ex didn't treat me well. And then you decide, okay, all the things that your ex didn't do for you, I'm going to do it for you. Is there anything wrong with it?
I will not ask you how your ex was treating
But
you.
maybe I'll talk about it. And
So
get
you will
to
be
know.
talking about it. I am a full package on my own.
Okay.
So if I'm coming as a package, and this is
Dimple, stop laughing.
so since I'm a full package, I should be able to, explore myself in your life,
Okay.
to treat you as a queen, as a mom, because I have a life with you at this moment. I have to enjoy with you at this moment. We are home together. We are living together. So I should be myself.
Okay.
If assuming your ex was taking alcohol and I don't do,
All right.
I can't,
So,
compare your ex to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to be myself, play
Okay.
my role.
Dimple,
Yes.
tell us your experience. You had a child before you met your husband.
Yeah.
How is it like? We are talking about dating someone with a child. Let us delve deeply into it.
Schoolgirl.
Talk about it.
As for the nickname,
Mm.
yeah, I'll forever be a schoolgirl.
Sure.
Tika, this, as I said earlier, is a very passionate topic for me.
Yeah.
My experience growing with my child as a single mother and controlling my sense of hearing wasn't an easy task.
What sense of hearing are you talking about? Where you talked about
I
in the
am
community?
talking about my sense of hearing because we are Ghanaians, we are Africans. We look down on women or girls with children or with
Why
a child.
do you think it is so?
Well, society has made it I won't say a norm. Or should I say a norm? That if you have a child out of wedlock, you are simply a wayward person.
Okay.
You were a waste. Fantini Bekacho say, I've forgotten this word.
Let's continue. When it comes,
We'll
then
continue.
you
I'll
throw
pop
it
it in.
in.
It's like you are less of a woman
Okay.
if you should have a child out of wedlock. But I said earlier, it's a man who places in that position. Growing up with my son alone and my parents wasn't easy, in the sense that you look at yourself as a Christian girl, well brought up And funny enough, one way or the other, someone who doesn't know your story jumps in and start calling you names. For sure, you're Virgin Mary. So, wow. Hello. Where you've not got into in life, you don't talk about that place or you don't talk about that destination. And when I started hearing those tags of a Virgin Mary having a child, you are so-called a brigadier, and now look at you, you have a child, you are so-called ladylike, has all fallen down, you have a child, you have a child, you have a child. I decided to call it myself.
Okay. How was it when you met your husband? Did you tell him upfront when he expressed interest in you? Did you tell him upfront that you have a child? How was it like?
I met my husband when my son was, should I say, like 6-7 years.
Okay.
And throughout his growing up, like I said, that time,
okay.
I crawl in myself and I vow to God that me, to have another child out of wedlock, or to go my way to befriend another man again, or give another person a chance to date, Allah, it will never happen. So it was all about my salon business. It was all about my job. Anything I'll get my hands on, I will sell, I would do, because I have that stigma. I have a child. I have to beat up the game, keep myself well, and keep my child well. I don't want to be a laughing stock. So I'm in that position that I am a mother, I'm a father. I'm taking care of him. So when I met my husband, I wasn't even going out then.
Okay, Dimple, we'll get to when you met your husband, but I want you to take me back a little. Was it an impediment for you because you had a child? Your relationships, if people come your way and you mention, I have a child, did they pull back? Did you lose lots of relationships because of that before your husband came on the scene? Take us to that part.
Because of my child, I became so timid. I had that fear in me that, hey, born one, who will accept me? Who will marry me?
So the men didn't come at all, or
I wouldn't even step out for you to even meet me to propose to me.
Oh, so you became something of a recluse.
Yes. So it's all about my job, my child.
You weren't socializing?
I wasn't socializing. I wasn't partying. I wasn't going out. Even going to church became a problem for me. Because it got to a point you get to church and everybody turns like this to look at you.
Oh my God.
Yes, the stigma was too severe. I went through hell because you were an African, you were a Ghanaian, you were a child who has another child. Everybody turns and look at you wayward. So I wouldn't even go to church for you to look at me.
Not to ask about your age or anything, but did you have him at quite a young age? Were you a teenager when you had him?
I was almost 17, 18 that way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it was quite young for me, and I was very tiny. Not today that I have body. I was very tiny at that time.
So it kind of affected the men that would maybe express interest in you because you were not even going out there to be noticed by them.
That is the thing. And if I should even have the opportunity to go for a party with my mom, I'll just be sitting at one place quietly. You can save all the people around me. If you don't save me, I won't move. Even if something is pinching, I will never move because I don't want to get up for someone to say, oh, it ran a corner. Oh, no.
So it affected your self-esteem.
Seriously, if you're not strong, you will never get back to yourself again. You will never get hold of your self-esteem, your confidence level. Everything will be ruined.
So how did your husband come in the picture?
See, as I said earlier, I wasn't going out. I wasn't doing anything connected to socialization. So one holiday, I decided to give myself a treat. I learned my beautician course from Abrantia Hair College.
Okay.
So that day, I was like, I want to go to my boss and give myself a tender treat. So it has always been the year-round work. So I decided to go out to do my hair in my boss's place. So on my way, a friend who lives on the same flat with me called. Ira, where are you? I said, oh, it's a holiday, so I'm going to Abrantia to fix my hair. And he was like, hey, and then you so better. As I say, you were out to fix your hair because it's a holiday. Then I'll come and pick you out. I said, no, from here I'm going home. Ike is waiting for me. My mom too is waiting for me to come and replace her at home before she goes elsewhere. Says, no. Today tell mommy that you are with me. I am taking you out. Funny enough, my mom knows the guy because we all live on the same building. Okay. So when I was done with my hair, he gave me direction to where to go to.
Was.
Yes. We live in the same same Tema community. I didn't even know where he was asking me to come. So I had to pick a drop in and then meet him halfway. We went to a friend's house. I said, he said, you are taking me out, and he brought me to someone's house. What are we doing? He says, oh, we are having boys party. Say, boys. Hey, me, here. No. I have to go.
Once bitten.
Hey.
Once bitten.
Twice shy.
Yours is not twice shy, like 10 times
double
shy.
My dear. You are not taking me to any party, but boys party. You won't die me. Ha. He says, oh, no. There will be other ladies to join in. I said, okay. So we went. And to cut a long story short, funny enough, the person hosting the party was my husband. So the party, it wasn't even a party, just small,
like
drink up, something like that. And we were only 3 ladies. And out of my experience, I didn't want to mingle with the guys who came. So I asked the guy, please, can I do the serving for you if you don't mind? So don't worry, go ahead. So I started serving the guests who came. I started cleaning up. I started organizing the place and all that. If music is being played and I like it, I just stop and then go and dance. Come back to continue my choice.
This is for someone who didn't like socializing.
Yeah, I was doing
so
my
that
own
means
thing.
that the thing was hidden in there somewhere.
It is there, oh. But the biting. The biting took it back.
We are listening.
Yeah, the biting took it back. It is there. But due to the biting,
so after the serving and everything.
After the serving and everything, he appreciated my efforts and all that. And you know, ladies, when we go to parties, we don't want to touch. So the other ladies were busy dancing and all that. So after the party, he came to show his appreciation. And the guy who took me to the party got drunk and left me there.
Oh.
And here I am, the same tema, but I can't find my way out from the rooftop. See from one. So I had to go back, and then I was feeling shy to also confront my current husband that Mayra, because Tema I'm female, Tema girl. And you got into Tema area and you don't know where to go. So I was just loitering around in their house. So the party ended like around 6
p.m.
And I was just going run. So around 7:38, I gathered him and I went to him and the cousin. I was like, Charlie, how do I go home? Are you not going home? So I was asking his cousin, are you not going home? He says, oh, I'll go, but I want to wait. After all, this is my home. I said, oh, don't wait for a while. Let's go home together. Because I know definitely when he picks his taxi,
you can
join. But he was living in my hood before he got married. So I forced him to pick a taxi so that I can get a ride. Funny enough, he picked the taxi. I got to my junction. I didn't know I've gotten to my junction. So I went all the way to the station with him. But at the station, I know where to pick a car home. So I took a car back home. 3 days later, the cousin called. As to how he got my number, I don't know. That is the host of the party. He called and showed his appreciation. And we took it from there. We became friends. And from there, he started text messages. That time, WhatsApp SMS, and others. Yeah. So SMS started falling in. And if I should read in between the lines,
you realize he was interested. But
so
he wasn't aware at that time that you had a child.
No. In fact, I didn't know he was aware. He was aware, but I had not told him. I had not told him then. So it wasn't a secret because I've not started anything with him. We weren't even friends. So when I started seeing those messages, when he says, "Oh, mommy, how are you? You are looking beautiful that day," I would send the same message back to him as a response or a reply. So I kept on doing that, and he was fed up, and he stopped.
You don't have one romantic bone in your body. Why do you keep on forwarding my messages back to me?
The beer emotions. So I keep on sending the message. So he got fed up and he also stopped. And when he stopped, me too, I stopped calling. Or in fact, I wasn't calling. He was the one who was doing the calling and the text message.
So when did you reconnect back again?
After 3-4 months. I went to school. I was doing
so for 4 months.
I was in school in Dansuman one day, and I was going through my phone book, and I was like, oh, I've messed up. What's wrong with me? It's a long time I heard of this guy. He's not sending his messages again.
The motivational messages are not coming again.
Gone. I don't assume. So let me call him and find out how he's doing. So as soon as I called and he picked it, I said, hey, then I started laughing and said, maybe sure don't you go swat. What's so could I?
Hey, I feel when you have
energy.
So we took it from there and we started laughing here and there. And he was like, I am not into dating you as a girlfriend. I just want us to be friends. And if I realize we are compatible, I want to marry you.
Straightforward.
Straightforward. I started laughing. My laughter was like,
because you thought he didn't know you have a child.
Exactly. Exactly.
So you thought that child you have was definitely going to be a barrier to every relationship at all.
So I didn't even want to go there. I didn't want to go there at all. I don't want you to give me that stigmatization. I don't want you to laugh at me. I don't want you to show me that hula baloo love and that at the end of the day, when you get to know of it, you drop me. I didn't want that.
So she was.
Hold it right there. Take note of where you ended. We'll continue. But Mushroom, you are a man. When will be our pen on the person fits all your specs and all that. You have dreams and plans of, oh, this is someone I would like to settle down with. But in the process of knowing the person, then you realize, oh, I have a child. How is the feeling like for you as a man? Does it give you a certain kind of disappointment or a pause before you decide, okay, so let me continue? You are a man. So from a man's point of view, how is the feeling like?
Okay, the truth is, the moment I met her at the stairs, I called you schoolgirl.
Yeah.
Why? Because she's still young. You look beautiful.
She's your sex.
So for me to say you are born one, I'm sorry, born one or not, it comes with how you have packaged yourself as a lady.
And so because of the packaging, if you get to know that a person has a child, it's not going to affect you. Is that what you want to say?
Yes.
Okay. It won't get you disappointed in any way that a person has a child.
Because you having a child doesn't change anything. But the quality in you as to know if you help me grow my dreams, my visions. That's all. That is what I will consider. If you can be able to be a mother, not for my child, but for me. Because I consider any lady in a relationship as a mother to the guy. So if you accept to take me as a son, that's it.
So for you,
that child will never be
born 1, born 2, born 3 tag is not.
No, I will not go beyond 2. No, I will not.
Michelle, because Michelle, I deliberately mentioned the born 1, born 2 because I want to know his threshold, and he's giving me his threshold.
Yeah, I'm not going beyond 2.
Okay.
The reason is I have to first of all look at where I live.
Dimple, how many children do you have?
I have 3 now.
So we the continue.
Yeah, if I will consider more than 2, then it means the Nkwalane Papa no is doing the right thing. Because this born 1,
you
born
know,
2.
Mushroom is really particular about this, and I'm very, very interested in it.
Yeah,
so
bros, because the truth is, some people baby say, you understand? So you have 2 kids.
Yeah.
And this wicked man is not being able to take care of me on one man.
Why are you?
Yeah, because a real man would
wicked?
never. Yeah, if I have a child with you,
Yeah.
and I choose not to take care of the child,
True.
then I'm very wicked.
True.
Reality on the grounds is I'm very wicked.
That's it.
Well,
no matter
what if the person is taking care of the children, but marriage didn't happen? How about that?
That's why you're saying that he's cool with that.
Yeah, I'm cool to go. Because now I also come in and have 1, 2, 3 case with you.
Hey.
Then you look at the rates.
Because that's exchange rate.
Yes.
Exchange rate has gone up.
Because if you and I alone, if I'm starting with you, I can start with you from a single room self-contained.
Yeah, that's true.
Then you have 3 cases. I also have 2 in addition. Then we have to move to maybe 2-bedroom apartment. And who is paying for the cost? Everything bears on my shoulder.
Yeah.
So therefore, I have to consider all this. Because I'm not just going in for having children. I have to grow them, grow myself, grow the woman, have future with the family in general. And since everything is becoming like, from the pockets, Empress, You have to think twice.
Dimple,
Sweetie.
did your husband also come on the scene with a child?
No.
So he was coming
Single.
single pam.
Yeah, single note.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
One
how did you spoke about it? You told him.
Well,
How did that conversation come up?
when the relationship started, as I said earlier, I was called to my shell. I was kind of timid, but his encouragement always brings me out of my shell. He always goes like, I didn't come in for dating. So if you're doing your things, do it as an upcoming wife. When he says that, in my mind, I draw back. I am not ready. Because you don't know what I have. And I don't know the stigma I'm going to have from your family. If you are talking about marriage, it's not going to be just the two of us.
Okay.
A lot of boundaries are surrounding us.
And the family, even if they like you, as soon as they hear you have a child, hey, oba, wawoba.
Yes.
Why are you going in of all the women in the world? Why are you going in for
Exactly.
someone with a child?
Exactly, Sika. So in my mind, when he talks about marriage, I battle with all those things. I battle with all those things, believe you me. So after 2-3 years, when he finally said, I am now ready, will you marry me? I was like, is it that?
Is it the musician?
Oh, this is my own husband.
It's not round up, eh?
He's an underground player.
Oh.
I have a child. I have a son.
So you never told him till 3 years later?
No. From day one, from the onset, I started cautioning his mind. When he comes to my house, my siblings and my son are always around me.
So he didn't know?
He knew. As I said, he knew.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, the funny thing is, Isiata made his own underground investigations.
Wow.
So he knew everything before the party even began. You know why? Because that cousin of his that I took the taxi
took you
with,
there.
no, the one who took me to the
He's
party.
the one who called you to come to the party.
The one who brought me back from the party.
Okay.
Lived a flat in front of my flat.
Okay.
And the guy who took me to the party lives on our flat.
Oh, so there was a networking.
So there's a network.
Always. So we'll come back in and redo.
All right. So on that networking note, we are going on a break. I know, say, you are loving this conversation. We're talking about dating someone with a child. Do we put women in a certain pedestal? Do we put them on a pedestal? Because there is this tag. For me, I don't like it. Born 1, born 2, born 3. And as Dimple said, Sabi, or baby, anywhere waiting me It takes 2 people to make babies. So why are the women being tagged? That is what we are talking about. We're looking at the pros, the cons, things you have to consider before you enter into a relationship with someone who has a child. This is the Helpline Show. My name is Victoria Bekodan. So we are going on a short break. When we come back, the conversation continues. You're still watching the Helpline Show on HOMEBASETV. My name is Victoria Bekodanso. And before I forget, please, the sponsorship is very, very much important to us. If you want to sponsor or be a part of this program, please call these numbers 05529 72249. I'll say it again, 05529 72249. Come on board. We have lots of packages in store for you. We'll help you grow your business, your product, and your services. But for you watching, if you have an experience you have lived before, if you have a problem, you have a challenge, you want to share it with us, our doors are widely open. So call this number 054 8415615 054 8415615. We're still talking about dating someone with a child, and I'm in the studio with Mama Dimple, Grace Erabna Atta, and Isaac Atta. And that's if you had 2 artists Now, what sin did I commit now? What sin did I commit? I don't know whether they were related in a past life or something. But yes, the conversation still continues. Mama Dimple.
Yes, yeah.
So there was a networking.
Yeah, which I didn't know. Because of my timidness, when I close from shop, the shop is right in front of their flats. So when I close, I go to my house. No friends visits. I don't go to any friend's house. But I didn't know he comes around to visit his friend and the cousin. So he knew all he wants to know about me. So when we started dating, when after the 4 months he proposed and we started dating, I was like, you said you are not in for just normal relationship. You are in for marriage, meaning you are serious. But people date before they get married. So why did you come in with marriage first? And he said, because I know all about you. That would take me for a relationship to know. So I want us to get married. I said, really? So what do you want? What do you know about me?
Mushroom, see, you were lucky.
I was lucky. I'm blessed. So I was like, tell me what you know about me that makes you think or feel we shouldn't date, but we should get married. Then he was like, this is your mom. This is who your father is. I've been chatting with your father when I come around as a friend, but he doesn't know who I am. Doesn't have intentions for coming to his house. Your full name is this. You have a child, don't you?
Oh my said, God.
You know.
So you see where I'm coming from. The way you packaged yourself, the way you handled yourself, pushed him into your life. So the born one, I'm sorry, or the born two is never the issue. But how you carry yourself after you having this born one or that, yes. So you having a husband or you gotten a husband after you being a born one is how you carried yourself out. Because somebody or someone has no child. But even the package is cheaper. It's like, you know, I'm being real. I have to talk like a man.
Mushroom. No, be afraid of mushroom. There. What?
The package.
The person is called mushroom.
The packaging it's just like salt. You understand? You should be expensive.
Yeah.
A woman, you have to be expensive.
Expensive in what way?
Either you were educated or not. So from where I started, I mentioned that where you coming from. Where you coming from? Either you had, let's say, a family that grew you up or not. How you yourself, where you coming from, how you carried yourself. Right? Either it's the support from your family or not. You chose to. So that period, no, we're independent already.
Okay. Because she's learning something.
It means you have a future. You're moving towards your future. You have plans in mind.
Okay.
So you package yourself well because you were doing something. You had a craft. But Bonwan be empress. Already she's a burden. And was a offer another handbag. Yeah. So Bonwan is never the issue. But
the
packaging, you know. It shouldn't be rubber bag. I would say Ecola.
Yeah.
So for you, I will not say you were lucky for having that Mr. Arthur or that man. But send your wankasa who package you yourself. The energy you put into your.
You think that put her at an advantage?
I'm being real. That's
but
why.
Do you know the packaging? The packaging you're talking about, it doesn't come on a silver platter. As I said earlier on, I grew up in a Christian home. My father is a Muslim.
Now,
my father is a Muslim.
Now, how did you catch the ball?
A serious Muslim as such.
I'm interested in how you caught the ball.
How I caught it. It was this school affairs, and something came up as for girls.
So
fanfare issues. Yeah, inter-school play, and I was given a gift of a towel, and that was it.
Excuse me?
Yeah. I was given a gift of... I used to have that towel. I kept that towel for evidence sake. But back into marital home, I had to throw it away.
All right.
Because pastor was like, it's as if I'm still holding on to the pain I have. So
all
I
right.
just let it go.
Okay, so when your husband told you that he's ready to marry you, how did the family take it? Because you have a child. Were they all in favor? What kind of challenge? Did any challenge arise out of it? Let's hear it.
He was okay.
This is the helpline.
Yes.
Call out your experience.
He personally, as a man, was good to go. He was okay.
Akadiaka.
Akaniaka. Akechri. Yes, you about Wuria, Nakechri.
Let's
See
hear
that
it.
it wasn't easy.
The family was
in a
against it.
nutshell, it wasn't easy. As I was telling Isaac earlier on, that package you see comes from a family. Say, sorry. Because they didn't throw me away because you brought in a baby or a child. That my Christian Muslim background, though they were angry, they were mad, they were disappointed, they still dusted me and brought me back to my feet to still grow me and nurture me. So I continued my education. It got to a point I wanted to learn the skill. They still took me through. I still took care of my child because I made a promise to myself and to them that I am not going back again. Whatever shell I was in is off me. Okay. So I have to take charge of myself. So that brought about the package. Now he comes in to propose with the marriage. You accept. When he did the proposal, the next question I asked him after asking him, what makes you think you can marry me or I'm good enough for you to marry? And he said he has done his background checks. I have a child. I am this, I am that. The next question was, have you told your parents that I have a child?
You asked Mr. Arthur?
Yes.
Okay.
Because as I said earlier on, when he always talk about marriage, in my mind, I battled that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when he said, I asked, have you told your parents that I, the woman you are interested to marry, the woman you love, the woman you want to spend the rest of your life with, has a child?
What was the answer?
He laughed and said, why not? If they haven't agreed, why will I come for you?
Okay.
My parents will accept you. Don't worry about that. Leave it for me to handle.
And was it exactly as he said?
It was exactly as he said, but it wasn't an easy handling or battle.
What were some of the issues that came up?
His father was okay, but the mother wasn't okay.
Yeah,
and I wasn't surprised either because I would have also felt that pain and would have probably stopped my son from going to that. Yeah,
okay.
She is a mother. Growing up or growing in years in my marriage, I have grown to love what she did or understood more of what she did and has really been a pillar for me to grow my marriage.
Okay.
You understand? If a madman is going to throw a stone or a blind is going to throw a stone, he knows where the stone is before picking up. Yes. Yeah. So she knew what she was doing or she knows what was pinching her to stop the son from getting married. So we battled. We really, really battled. We didn't have it easy at all.
So did you have to solicit or enlist the help of external people to go in there and talk to them?
As my husband promised, the battle is mine. I will fight it. So don't worry. Keep your hold. My parents will definitely accept you. That was on a silver platter. But when the reality hit us, that was the game. But then, as he promised, he did. We went to pastors, we went to lawyers, we went to family friends, we went to families, we went to pennies.
That is how difficult it was.
So you know the trend. Born one, that is the trend.
Dimple.
So why do we tag women as born one, forgetting that men are also born one?
Dimple,
yes, darling.
We'll continue with your story, but I want to know, was there ever a moment or a period where you felt some kind of resentment towards your child? Because maybe he was blocking your shine, he's responsible for all the heartbreaks. I want to hear about that one.
Sika, that is why I said it. This topic is mine.
And you're on Helpline.
Emotional.
You are at the right place. Talk. If you want to cry, we have a box of tissues here.
You can
cry.
Of tissue. I need money to pay my tears.
So when you buy, or see, women and money, but don't blame us.
I need money to clean my tears.
We all love money, So,
Sika,
was there any feeling of resentment?
Yes.
Oh.
I will be a liar before God and man if I say I I never had that. I had a lot of resentment. I really had a lot.
Towards the child?
I swear. But my mother, as I said, I'm sorry.
Can I get a box of tissues, please? The tears will start flowing very soon.
She's my rock. She felt my pain. She knew what I was going through. Though I wasn't speaking, she knew I was going through a lot. It gets to a point, I'll wake up at dawn. I normally pray with Reverend Owuswansa at that time a lot. Okay. It will hit me. I open my eyes to look at my son and say, God, I wasn't the outing type. I wasn't the gallivanting type of a child.
So why me?
Why me? Why have you chosen to make me a laughing stock? My peers that I grew up with can testify that Iranya basa basa. I won't pick a boy here, drop and pick another one here, or D2 or no. A brigader, a whole Presbyterian brigader. How do I explain this? You make this little boy come and cross me. When I wasn't the partying type, yet I sit in the house and now a responsible man is coming for me to crown me as a wife.
And the boy has become a
look at what is happening. You are telling me children are a blessing. Now look at the curse you've given me.
You called your child a curse?
Of course, at that moment you will say anything out of pain.
Did it affect your relationship with him? How did you relate with him?
When I look at him and I tell God, why did you let it happen? If he had not been here by now, I would have gotten married. All these marriages would have gotten on smoothly.
Oh dear.
Now look at me. My mother has to always be fighting for me. My mother has to stand. I have to be crying. I have to be doing no. So sometimes the affection as a mother reduces. You feel like he shouldn't even come near or close for someone to know that near. Wow. So a lot of people were thinking our last one, who was also a boy, was rather my son, because he was always close to me, because I had to push my son away all the time. It's not like I don't love him or I'm not being a mother, but I was shielding him from the perception people are going to have about us. And if they bring more perception, then it's going to give me the grounds to hate me the more. And my mom keeps saying that boy is our blessing. That is why I named him Nyameche. That name is forever going to be on him, and he is going to bring us glory. Never regret because someone says he or she is not going to allow you to marry his son, so your child is a curse. No, he is never a curse. So my mom had to psychologically tune my mind, groom me, uplift me, coach me to tell myself that no, with or without marriage, my son is my son. So one day,
did the child pick up on that vibe? Did he pick up on it?
I think he saw that pain I was going through, because sometimes I'll wake up at dawn and I'll be crying in prayers. Oh
my God.
And I'll break down. So he was about 7 years at that time. So what can he say?
Yeah.
What can he do? Nothing. But the hug alone will tell you what he is also going through. So when the man comes around, but my brother will be all over my husband today. But my son will come and go. No matter the bond my husband would want to have with him, whatever you are feeling as a mother trends to your child.
So he also kind of became distant.
Exactly. So I had to battle with my pain and also battle with grooming my son to accept reality and know that this is my father. I have to love him. I have to respect him. I have to be obedient to him. Father, this is your son. So the connection should be there. And at the same time, battling the world outside there, battling with family.
Yes, let's go back to the family. At what point did they give in for the marriage ceremony to come on?
Sika, our marriage date was set Invitation went out. Preparation was done. Everything was done. The day of knocking was the day of the heated appointment. Yeah. There was a battle. That the marriage won't come on, so the knocking shouldn't come on. And that was when we started involving lawyers, the police, pastors, and all that to plead on our behalf for the marriage to go on. And
the only reason was because you have a child.
yeah, the only reason. Wow. So sometimes I tell myself, if I should reincarnate Jehovah God, I will not take this step again.
I know.
With my clear eyes or under a spell or whatever, don't let me trend on that route again. Because it's not an easy task. It's not a pleasant moment at all. It's not something I will wish for any woman on earth. Not even my greatest enemy. Because just few women who have children will have marriage on a silver platter without issues.
Okay.
Others will not have issues. They will go on with the marriage and enter. After entering, issues starts coming in. So I don't wish it for anyone.
What are some of the issues that come in? So before I come to this particular topic, how long did it take before the family gave in? The back and forth.
You asked that. As I said, we set the date and everything, and the heat became so hot that after the invitation had been spread out and all that, we have to postpone.
Okay, Dimple, our time is almost up. I wish we could have a part 2 of this conversation. Definitely, we'll have a part 2 someday. But I want you to sum everything up for us. After the family gave in, what are some of the little challenges that came? Did you equate maybe your husband trying to correct your child as maybe Onyaneba is not his son, and so that's why he's punishing him this way and that way? A little, and then you wrap it up for us.
To tell you the
in
truth,
2 minutes.
As I said, my as the marriage was postponed, we postponed it for another year. Yes.
You postponed the marriage.
Yeah.
But the child was still going to be on the same.
Yeah.
So why did they postpone it?
Because family, should I say, the elders want to try and see if there will be equal understanding for us to go in for the blessing and get married.
Okay.
So after the invitation has been sent out, we still have to call people. It's not today that we have social media that you have to cancel it. Yeah, we have to go house to house or call people to cancel, and I have to even travel out of Tema because the pressure on me was too much. Everybody knew, Saturday Rai is getting married, Rai is getting married, and you have to postpone for another whole year before it was finally accepted that you can go on to get married. So we did. Entering into marriage I would say it had been very pleasant. Yes, very pleasant. I give thumbs up to my husband.
Okay.
Richard Kwesiata, wherever you are, may God richly bless you. God bless you because whatever you said in the relationship came to pass.
He's been able to stand by his words.
He has been able to stand by his words and he has worked on his word. I am not the type that will stop you from training my child, whether you are my husband or a friend or what. If the child is wrong, he's wrong.
Okay.
And he needs discipline, and that's it. If you discipline him and I think the way you are disciplining him is not going my way, it's not for me to come and tell you straight away that what you are doing, I don't like it. Is it because he's not your son? That's why you're treating him that way? No. In everything, I pray about it. And when I was entering into my marriage, my mom was like, this battle you are going in is not that it's going to start. So when you go and you face difficulties, things are not happening the way you wish. Have a water
in your mouth.
In your mouth.
So
go to your bathroom and then pray. Or if you want to shout, go to the bathroom and shout. Go to the bathroom and talk to the bathroom wall. You get your answers there and come back. And it's a practice I've been doing and it had helped me so well. And if I had to put my husband on the check that what you are doing is not good, I don't go straight away. I pray about it. Call him at dawn. Or wait, when he has brought in the topic for us to talk about, I listen patiently. Then when he's done, I apologize on behalf of the child, on behalf of myself. Then I tell him that it is because of me that this thing has happened. He's your child. Groom him whichever way you want to groom him. But then, know that as he's a child, he picks traces of love and hatred. So do it based on love.
All right.
I know you are not going to do it based on hatred, but then let's do it based on love. And then let him know the reason why you are punishing him, or you are beating him, or you are saying this to him. So when we agree on that, it settles there.
Okay.
So when he's training my child or punishing him or saying something, the child knows that it's my father who is doing it. So whatever it is, I have to accept it.
Dimple.
Yes, darling.
That was great.
Thank you.
Mushroom.
Empress.
What word do you have for guys who label women with
Born one.
children as born one, born two, writing them off, calling them all sorts of names, and then maybe some even go in for hit and run because you have a child, you are not, marriage material. Tell them something. Advice. 1 minute.
Okay, as a young guy, I will not say a woman having a child is wrong for a guy to choose. So we should stop using this word born one, born two, blah blah blah. But we should rather look at the lady, the quality in that lady, and if you make a good choice, it might grow you better than you think.
Yeah, and I also want to add that when we say born one, there are guys with also children,
and
women also marry them. You understand?
Without difficulty.
Without any difficulty. And so I thank you. I thank you for making the time. It's been an emotional episode here. At a point, I actually wanted us to go on a break because me, myself, I had tears in my eyes. This is what Helpline is all about. Sharing your experiences, learning, educating, advising, inspiring each other so that we'll grow and become better people so we can live and make the world a better place. So I was joined in the studio by Grace Erabna Arthur. She's an entrepreneur and a beautician. She's a mother, she's a wife, and she shared a very heart-rending story of her life. Yes, she has a child. And fortunately for her, God has blessed her with a husband who is top-notch. So yes, our story has a happy ending.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
And I was also joined by Isaac Arthur, two artists here. But he's also known as Mushroom. He's a horticulturist. You remember that word I told you? I won't say it. I don't want to get myself into trouble. So this has been the Helpline show on HOMEBASETV. Before we go, let me give you our sponsorship numbers again. It's 0552 972249 0552 972249. If you want to get in contact with us, share your experience, your problem, anything at all, that number is 054 841 5615. My name is Victoria Beko Dance. So you can find me on Facebook, Victoria Beko Dance. So Akosia Gold Official on IG. Until we come your way again, be good and stay blessed. Bye bye.